Are you ready for this week's JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance for your viewing pleasure here on WHIG TV? Let's get into it.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to WHIG TV's coverage of the JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week. We are in Pine Tops this evening for the function at the Junction. Is one of the greatest rivalries in the state of North Carolina between the Southwest Edgecombe Cougars and the Tarboro Vikings. Tarboro is coming off of a 60-0 win over North Edgecombe, and Southwest is coming off of a 42-0 loss to Hunt. We'll talk more about this rivalry as the game goes on, but the ball will be kicked off here, and there's a flag on the play immediately, and they will have to reset. Little pyro explosion there, got the crowd all excited here. As we mentioned, this is one of the greatest rivalries in the state of North Carolina, as these two teams, this is like the biggest game for each one of these teams on their schedule. This is a fierce, intense rivalry. All of the players know each other very, very well. A lot of their relatives, their fathers or their uncles played in this rivalry as well, so it's a lot of passion on the field here tonight. Tarboro will receive the opening kickoff. Adrian Pixon on the tackle, and Tarboro will set up their offense here. They'll start on their own 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Beautiful evening tonight. Supposed to get down into the upper 50s maybe by the time this game ends tonight, so the weather could not be any better as fans continue to file in. And the opening handoff goes to Tobias Joyner. He is into the end zone on the very first play of the game. That is going to be a 68-yard gain on the very first play. And we haven't even had a chance for fans to settle into their seats. And on the very first play, Tobias Joyner finds a hole, and he just took off. No one even got a hand on Joyner. And he scampers 68 yards in. Leighton Dupree will be on to attempt the extra point for Tarboro. Dupree's extra point attempt is good. And with 11:46 remaining in the first quarter, your score already Tarboro 7, Southwest 0. Not at all the way that Southwest wanted to start this game. They're already coming in as pretty big underdogs in this rivalry. Normally this game is a very close, tight affair, but Southwest is currently going through a little bit of a rebuilding stage right now. And that was definitely not the way we wanted to start off the game tonight, with a 68-yard run on the very first play. So they will try to quickly respond here, and we'll see what the Cougar offense can do. Dupree, number 4, to kick off for the Vikings. Kick is up. That is caught by Damon Winstead. He will fight for a few yards. He's going to be near the 20-yard line. And we will see how the Cougars handle their opening drive here. Ball is going to be placed at the 14-yard line. 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Quick timeout as the official goes over to explain something to Coach Varnell, who is, as we mentioned, is just taking over this Southwest football program after the tenures of long-term coaches, and they have passed on the program to Carter Varnell in his first year with the program. And now we are set with 11:40 to go as the Cougars will begin their first drive with Xavier Mayo at quarterback. The ball is snapped and it is handed off. Raekwon Davis carries the ball for the Cougars. A very short gain on the play. Give him about 1 yard and it'll be 2nd and 9 now for Southwest. Another handoff, and won't be much doing on that play as well. Raekwon Davis on the carry again. He's going to gain just a couple of yards. Bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Cougars. Xavier Mayo in his senior year, he's quarterback and a wide receiver, but he spends most of his time at quarterback for the Cougars. He's 5'11", 160 pounds. This is his 3rd year as a varsity starter for the Cougars. Mayo sets up in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He scrambles out to the right to pass. It was right at the 40-yard line, but there are flags on the play. Let's see if we can make sense of what was the call here.
Mayo's pass was complete to number 23.
Penalty will be assessed to the Cougars, I believe, for an illegal man downfield. And exactly what they did not need to have happen here is they had some momentum going. A good pass completion, but they will bring the ball back for an 8-yard loss, negating what would have been a good play and a 1st down. Southwest definitely needs to keep the momentum going here. It's going to be very important for them to score here early. You cannot fall down a couple of touchdowns to the Vikings. Mayo takes the snap in the shotgun. He looks out to the right side. The pass is completed. He fumbled the football after he received it, and the Tarboro Vikings have received the fumble. Just a very unfortunate play there. Gained about 16 yards on the reception, made the turn, and right when he got hit, loses the football, and that is going to turn the ball over to the Vikings as they were right there ready to pounce on the ball, and now they will take over with incredibly good field position here. Looking to add to their lead. Lewis hands the ball off to Jason Higgs, and Higgs will gain about 4 yards on the play.
And he was brought down by number 19, Jameer Johnson.
Jameer Johnson on the tackle for the Cougars. feeling here, if Tarboro can go up by 2 or 3 touchdowns early in this game, it will certainly deflate this young Cougar team coming off a humbling 42-0 loss. Lewis on the handoff once again to Jason Higgs. Again, Higgs fights for some extra tough yards. He's going to be near the first down marker. We'll see exactly where he is marked. 9:08 remaining in the first quarter of play. 7-0 Vikings at the moment. Tarboro opened up their season with a road trip to perennial 3A powerhouse Rocky Mount and came out with a 12-0 defeat, which is the first time that the Tarboro Vikings had been shut out in 13 years. So something they were certainly not used to, but they have regrouped since week 1 with 2 convincing wins.
There's his handoff to number 24, Tobias Joyner.
Tobias Joyner on the carry there for the Vikings. The Vikings have used a couple of different, the Vikings have used several different quarterbacks this season as they continue to mix up their offense with different looks. Marion Lewis is getting the starting nod here this evening. Lewis pitches the ball. And he is near the end zone. He is going to be dropped
up by number 19, Jahari Johnson.
By Jahari Johnson.
It is 3rd down.
And that will bring up 3rd down for the Vikings. Lewis lines up under center. He's got backs to his left. The ball is handed off and barreled into the end zone. Jabari Wade is into the end zone for another 6 points for the Vikings. And 2 early touchdowns for the Tarboro Vikings has the first referee actually marked it as a signal touchdown, but they're going to say he is actually short now.
Leighton Bouquet in to attempt the extra point.
Okay, now it is a touchdown. Okay, the announcer that I'm listening to on the PA messed that one up, and Leighton Dupree's kick is up.
And it is good.
And it is good. And with 7:23 remaining in the first quarter, it is Tarboro 14. Southwest 0 here on the JR's Maintenance Game of the Week. Let's take a look at some of our sponsors of tonight's game. Edgecombe Community College. Get the edge at Edgecombe Community College. Your success is our goal. Also, this game brought in part by New Southern Loans. Personal and auto loans apply today with 2 locations at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Xavier Mayo, Carlos Foreman, and Damian Winstead are the deep men for the Cougars.
Mayo and Winstead will receive this kickoff here. Leighton Dupree will set up. And fans have barely even settled into their seats here tonight. And it is our Tarboro. Dupree's kick is up. By Carlo Foreman. Foreman is across the 20, cuts back to the middle of the field, gets a little space, and Foreman is across the 45-yard line. And that is a much-needed momentum boost there for Southwest. They needed something to get them started here on offense. Foreman with about a 40-yard return. So we'll see if that will spark the sideline here and get this offense going for Southwest. as he will try to get something going for the Cougar offense here. And in case you're just joining us, with 7:11 remaining in the first quarter, it is Tarboro 14, South Edge 0 here on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV game of the week. The officials are out sorting through some things right now. What's going on here? Once again, you mentioned a very beautiful evening. It's down into the upper 60s now, expected to possibly drop around 60, 61 by the end of this game. So some great football weather as fans continue to file in here. A sellout crowd, as is always the case when these two rivals meet up with each other. And they finally got things sorted out on the field, and we will return to play. Mayo hands the ball off to 8, Raekwon Davis, and Davis is met near the original line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained much there, maybe a tough yard.
Second down.
The Tarboro defensive line is ready for the rushing attack, which is what Southwest has done the majority of their season. They rush the ball, probably 75–80% of their offense is on the ground. So Tarboro, with their very disciplined coaching and the experience that they have certainly scouted that out and are well prepared. Will now line up in the shotgun. He's got a receiver to his left and back to his right. He drops back. He's flushed out of the pocket, running to the left. Gains a little bit of room there and gets right to midfield. He'll gain about 4 or 5 yards. We're going to call it third for Mayo. You definitely get the sense here that this is a must-score possession for Southwest. Up 14 points to the Vikings in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. If they have any shot of hanging in here, they need. And Jalen Whitby is in at quarterback now for the Cougars. He will hand the ball off to number 8, Raekwon Davis, as the Cougars swapped out quarterbacks in the middle of a drive, which is quite rare. Xavier Mayo, their starting quarterback, is on the sidelines, slightly hobbling there. Looks like he might be favoring his ankle, so hopefully it's just a precautionary thing from Mayo, as Willoughby leads the Cougars to another first down. It is 1st and 10 with the ball on the 46-yard line. We'll see how quickly Mayo can return to the game at quarterback. Snap to Willoughby, and he will keep the ball. He attempted to hand it off to Damon Winstead. I don't know if it was a broken play and Winstead wasn't prepared or it was just a fake, but Willoughby gains about 2 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line for the Cougars. Mayo continues to hobble behind his bench, as we will keep an eye on him and his progress. I'm sure he is itching to get back in the game, but the coaches will make sure he is good to go. Willoughby runs over to get a play and brings it into the huddle. Willoughby in the shotgun. Ball will be handed off once again to Raekwon Davis. He's hit for no gain, but there is a flag on the play. Be interesting to see how the Cougars respond here. Now Xavier Mayo has made his way back onto the field, starting quarterback. So Willoughby gave him about 3 or 4 starts, as Mayo nursed his injury on the sidelines, but he is good to go and is back in the huddle, to the delight of the Cougar fans.
Penalty was against the Cougars, and it was declined.
Penalty was declined, and it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Shotgun. Correction, Mayo.
Mayo's pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was contended for Raekwon Davis, but it was tipped. Good job there by the defender there. Nazavion Black got his hand on that attempted pass, and we will see what the Cougars will do here. 4th and 7. You got to feel like they're going to probably go for it here, knowing that they need to stay in this game. Even if they turn the ball over here, it would not give Tarboro excellent field position, but it looks like the Cougars are going to line up and go for it. Mayo is in the shotgun formation here. 2 receivers to his left, 1 back to his left. Mayo drops back. He is flushed out of the pocket, looks for a hole, and it is quickly shut down. He is tackled by Jamarion Dozier, and he is not able to get to the first down yard marker, and that will turn the ball over to the Tarboro Vikings. That play broke down pretty quickly. Mayo dropped back. It'll be 1st and 10, 4:06 remaining in the first quarter. And there will be a timeout on the field, and we will take that timeout as well here on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
All right, we are back as the Vikings will take over. Amarion Lewis hands the ball off. About a 3-yard gain on the play there by Jason Higgs, who has been Tarboro's primary ball handler here this evening. Southwest Band trying to get the fans into the action here. Willoughby under center. There's a flag on the play. Looked like we had
a flag on the play.
The Southwest defensive line getting a little excited there. And it is a 5-yard penalty on the Cougars for offsides here.
The ball will be spotted at the 49-yard line.
The ball is now right near midfield. It is 2nd and 2. Willoughby hands the ball off once again to number 15, Jamarion Dozier. And Dozier will scamper into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 51-yard gain on the play. Dozier saw a hole, had that initial burst of speed, and took off. And he was pretty much untouched the entire way. and he scampers into the end zone. 51-yard touchdown on the play. Leighton Dupree will now come on to attempt the extra point for the Vikings. The snap is there, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:13 remaining in the first quarter, it is Tarboro 21, Southwest 0. And we will take another break here on the WHIG TV High School Game of the Week, brought to you by JR's Maintenance. We'll be right back.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
Leighton Dupree set to kick off for the Vikings. The kick is up. It is caught by Damon Winstead. And Winstead will, very unorthodox play there. Winstead pitching the ball back to number 2, Carlo Foreman, I apologize. But there is a flag on. You can see frustration beginning to creep onto the Southwest sideline early in this game. Down 21-0 already with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Be up to the coaches to keep these players' heads up as this game progresses. There's a holding penalty assessed to the Cougars, and that will move the ball back inside the 10-yard line.
The ball's going to be spotted at the Cougar 8-yard line.
They'll officially mark it at the 8-yard line, where the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 here with 3:02 remaining in the first quarter. Xavier Mayo in at quarterback. The pass by Mayo is complete. And it is complete to wide receiver number 11, Travion Johnson. About a 26-yard gain for the Cougars. And that will be a much-needed first down for the Cougars. The ball will move up to their own 30-yard line here with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Cougars just looking for anything positive on the offensive side of the ball at this point. Mayo under center. The ball is handed off. Hand off to Raekwon Davis. Davis is going to gain 12 yards across the 40-yard line. It will be back-to-back first downs for the Cougars.
The ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line. It is good for a Cougar first down. First down, Cougars.
Normally when this game is played, both teams in many years past have brought undefeated records on both ends to this game. Princeton Locke on the carry there for the Cougars. Very short gain there. As we mentioned, most of the time both of these teams are undefeated coming into this game. It's never a conference game, although they are crosstown bitter rivals. It is always a non-conference game, but a game that both teams want to win very badly, because you only get this opportunity once a year to beat your crosstown rivals, and Tarboro has certainly had the upper hand in this rivalry in the last decade. Mayo hands the ball off once again to Willoughby, and he will be met near the line of scrimmage again as we approach the 1 minute mark. As we mentioned, most of these players, both sides, Pee Wee football, rec football, they know each other very well, but certainly want to beat each other pretty bad on this. Once a year they get to play this game mid-September each year. But the Southwest program going through some very uncharacteristic rebuild right now. And there will be a timeout on the field by the Southwest Cougars. And with 39 seconds remaining in the first, we will take a break with them here on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV. Be right back.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
Seconds remaining in the first quarter. Mayo under center again. He fakes the handoff, pitches the ball off to number 2, Carlo Foreman. And Foreman is able to gain 5 or 6 yards, but there is a flag on the play once again. That is an unnecessary roughing penalty charged to the Vikings, and will give the Cougars an automatic first down.
First and 10, Cougars.
Okay. So I'm
First and 10 for the Cougars with 23 seconds remaining. Mayo now lines up in the shotgun. Snap, he's looking out to his left. He is forced to the sideline and is brought down near the 35-yard line. Mayo on the keeper. Impressive run there by Mayo. He was able to scamper and find some extra running room there. Great job by the Viking defenders. Their cornerbacks have really wrapped up Southwest. Mayo has been looking down the field on several plays and has been unable so far to find an open receiver. And as once again was flushed out to the left. So give credit once again to the Tarboro defenders, their cornerbacks, not giving Mayo any room to throw. Mayo set up in the shotgun. He takes the snap, but there is another flag on the play. False start on the Cougars. We'll back it up 5 yards and bring up 2nd and long now. And the Cougars know that they have to mix things up here. You cannot be one-dimensional against this Tarboro defense. You've seen Mayo look down the field several times, but as mentioned, Tarboro cornerbacks have done a phenomenal job closing out, not giving the receivers any room to run their routes, which has forced Mayo into numerous scrambling positions. Takes the shotgun snap, looks out to the left. Pass is complete to number 11, Travion Johnson. Johnson is across the 30-yard line, and he gains about 6 yards on the play. We'll give you the exact spot. Now that is going to end quarter number 1, and with 12 minutes remaining in the half, and at the end of the first quarter, your score, Tarboro 21, Southwest 0. We'll take a break and be right back on the WHIG TV JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
And as we begin quarter number 2, Mayo on the keeper. He will lose a few yards on that play. We're going to 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Cougars, as they will certainly go for it here. Down 21 points early, they certainly need to put some more points on the board. They will stay, the offense will stay on the field here. Mayo comes back from the sideline after getting the play call. Mayo in the shotgun. takes the snap. He's looking to his right. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 11, Travion Johnson. It didn't look like Mayo got his feet set on that play. He felt the pressure coming from the backside on the defense. Had to get rid of that pass very quickly, and it was not able to be completed to Johnson. There was a flag on the play, but it will be declined, and the play will result in a turnover on downs. Once again, that time Mayo had the space, but felt the Tarboro defender breathing down his neck and was rushed to get rid of that pass perhaps a little bit sooner than he wanted to, and just didn't get enough under it. The ball fell short, and they will turn the ball over on downs. And the Tarboro offense will set back up here. 1st and 10 at their own 28 with 11:09 remaining in the game. Willoughby still in at quarterback. He will hand the ball off. Trayvon White on the carry there for the Vikings. He gains about 3 yards on the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 7 now for the Vikings as they look to continue to push the issue here. When you've already put up 21 points on your opponent early in the game, your mentality is to keep the pedal to the metal and no let up. That's exactly what we expect the Vikings to do here. There's a flag on the play this time before Lewis is able to get the snap. Yeah, especially when you have a rivalry game, you don't want to give your opponent any life. You come out on this 21-0 lead and you're looking to keep accelerating, keep going. And that's certainly what the Vikings are doing, and their offense is very powerful, as we have seen in the last 2 weeks, as they have put up over 60 points in 2 of their games this year, coming off of a 60-0 win last week over crosstown rival North Edgecombe. We covered the first game that Tarboro had when they traveled over to 3A powerhouse Rocky Mount, and we saw that Tarboro was shut out. I remember walking beside a lot of their players after that game, and you could tell they were shocked. It had been 2008 was the last time that Tarboro had not scored any points in a game. Ball is handed off once again to number 24, Tobias Joyner, and he is in for a Viking touchdown. A 47-yard gain on the play. This time Joyner was touched on the sideline, but he just accelerated right through the defense, had that second burst of speed, and he was gone. He took it to the house for another Viking touchdown. I don't want to call this too early, but we may be on our way to a running clock here in the entire second half. Leighton Dupree on to attempt the extra point for the Vikings. The 4th time he has stepped up to that position. Snap is down and the kick is up. And it is good. And with 10:15 remaining in the first half, your score Tarboro 28, Southwest 0. Let's take this opportunity to go over some of our fine sponsors here. Edgecombe Community College. Get the edge at Edgecombe Community College. Your success is our ultimate goal. Also, this game brought to you by New Southern Loans. Personal and auto loans apply today with 2 locations to serve you at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro. This game also brought to you in part by Small Shops Mall, located at 2916 Sunset Avenue in the former Steinmart building. Dozens of locally owned shops inside. Trade It, now open inside Small Shops. Don Bullock Chevrolet, also a sponsor of this game at 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard in Rocky Mount. Don't forget to do it the better way at Don Bullock Chevrolet. Leighton Dupree on the kickoff once again for the Vikings. The kick is up. And it will be received by Jalen Willoughby, the backup quarterback, and receiving the kickoff. And he will get the ball to the 34-yard line where the Cougars will set up 1st and 10, looking for any kind of offense at this point, any type of score. They desperately need to get on the scoreboard before halftime here. This is both teams' last game before they enter conference play next week. Most of the time for Tarboro High, they find the majority of their competition on the non-conference slate. They are in a, I don't know if you want to call it a weak conference or just the fact that they're just that darn good. Carlo Foreman receives the handoff for the Cougars. 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 2 now, as we mentioned. It's got to be a very difficult thing for the Tarboro Vikings as they enter into their conference play. If you'll remember in years past, you look at their score. If you're a fan of the team and you watch them play, you're used to 63-0, 70-0. I mean, they just run over people in conference play. Princeton Locke on the carry for the Cougars. He gets it to the 50-yard line, and it's good for a Cougar 1st down. And that's something that Coach Jeff Craddock has to always work on talking to with his team. You got to look for different ways to keep them motivated, keep them sharp. Normally this game is one that is a lot tighter, but as we mentioned, with the Cougars being in a massive rebuild mode right now, very uncharacteristic of this rivalry to have a blowout such as this. Mayo looks over to his left, and that ball is going to be tipped and I believe intercepted. Nope, they say he did not hold on to it. Traheem Daniels had the ball, hit him right in the numbers. And that's just one of those plays where you see the ball coming and the football looks about 5 times the size it really is. And he may have gotten a little bit too happy about that and thought he had it before he really did, and the ball pops out. Nonetheless, a good defensive play as he's knocked the pass down. Mayo with 2 backs to his right. And there will be another flag on the play. It's a false start once again on the Cougars, who have certainly not helped themselves in the early stages of this game. I believe that is the 5th false start penalty already in the first half for the Cougars. And when you're struggling to score points, you can't be giving away yards, especially to this Tarboro defense. Now, give credit to the Tarboro defense. Thinking back to week 1, they held Rocky Mount to 12 points. Now, granted, they did not score, but you have to give Tarboro credit for holding an offense such as Rocky Mount to a mere 12 points, even though they lost. And we will have another flag on the play, and I believe we're going to give those 5 yards right back. This time offsides on the Tarboro defense. So those 2 penalties will basically offset each other. Going back to the discussion about Tarboro's conference, Southwest will be entering a brand new conference this year. We'll talk about that after this play. Mayo hands the ball off to Carlo Foreman Jr. He gains about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Last year, Southwest participated in the 2A Coastal Plains Conference with North Pitt, Farmville Central, Nash Central, North Johnston, and Bedingfield. And the conferences have recently realigned, and now Southwest finds himself in a new conference. They kept a couple of those teams, but are in the conference with a few new ones as well. Mayo in the shotgun. He will hand the ball off to Locke, and Locke is drugged down behind the line of scrimmage. Tarboro will remain in their conference. Southwest.
Xavier Mayo back to punt for the Cougars.
We'll have Xavier Mayo back to punt. This guy does it all for Southwest. Plays defense, he's the starting quarterback, and he's the punter. Joyner and Higgs deep for the Vikings. Now that's something that you do not see very often. The quarterback is also the punter. Mayo receives the punt. Gets off a pretty good kick. Ball is received by Higgs. And Higgs will be brought down near the 30-yard Joyner correction on the return. And with 6:33 remaining in the first half, it is 28-0 in favor of the Vikings. They will take over and look to continue to add to their lead.
You are required to wear face shields and practice social distancing. And we thank you for your cooperation.
Marion Lewis still in at quarterback for the Vikings. A quick slant pass over to the left, and it is ruled incomplete. The pass was intended for Jason Higgs. Actually, now they are going to rule it a complete pass, but say that he was down. His knee went down as he went to get the ball. He tried to not let the ref see that, but the ref caught it, and he will lose 1 yard on the play. Nothing wrong with trying to get away with something if you can get away with it. Willoughby under center again. He is going to hand the ball off. Oh, a fake handoff. The ball is thrown out to number 2, Nizavion Black. He catches the ball at the 25-yard line, and he had a defender draped all over him. An incredible pass by Lewis and an even better catch by Nizavion Black.
It is 1st and 10.
Black had a cornerback all over him. This time the ball handed off to Jerome Bridgers. Perfectly run play on that last play by Omarion Lewis. Fake the handoff. Great job by the offensive line to give him the space that he needed. And he found Black for about a 45-yard gain. Williams on the carry this time. Johnson on the stop for the Cougars. Lewis continues to march the ball down the field. Ball handed off. And it is a touchdown once again for the Vikings. Another 6 on the board for Tarboro, with the extra point to come. It's just a very odd feeling on the southwest sideline, in the stands as well as the sideline. They're just not used to this type of football here in Pine Tops. And Dupree's kick is good. And with 5:11 remaining in the half, your score, Tarboro 35, Southwest 0. We're going to take another break here on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV High School Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this message.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
All right, welcome back to WHIG TV's coverage of the High School Game of the Week, the JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week. JR's Maintenance has commercial and industrial metal fabrication services. They are always proud to support our local student athletes. Ball will be just across the 45-yard line for the Cougars as they look to get some type of scoring, some type of offense on the board. 5 minutes remaining in the half. Sometimes you're just absolutely overmatched. And unfortunately for the Cougars and their fans, that has become quite apparent here early in the first half. It'll just be important for Coach Varnell and his staff to just keep these guys head up, keep them working, keep them fighting. Princeton Locke is carrying the ball this time for the Cougars. He may have gained about a yard on the play. 2nd and long now for the Cougars. And for a young team like Southwest, I'm taking a look at their roster. Very, very few seniors on this team. And that is part of the growing process here. They're having a lot of sophomores play in positions that would normally be for upperclassmen. Mayo hands the ball off to Carlo Foreman. When you have sophomores and even some freshmen playing in key positions on varsity, you're going to have some growing pains, and unfortunately for the Cougars and their proud program, that's exactly what they are experiencing right now with this season. So it's just important for the coaches to just continue to teach, continue to push these guys, keep their head up. And in a situation like this, you just can't worry about the score. Just got to go out and try to make plays and get better each possession. And there will be a timeout on the field with 4:04 remaining in the first half. Tarboro 35, Southwest 0. We will also take a break and be right back here on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Raekwon Davis takes the handoff from quarterback Xavier Mayo. Gains about 3 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th and 1 now for the Cougars, and they're begging the coaches to let them go for it. And it looks like Mayo will stay on the field. Very, very important play here on this possession for the Cougars. Don't want to turn the ball over near midfield with the way this Tarboro offense has been operating. Mayo under center. He's got one back. He hands it off to Raekwon Davis. And Davis is going to gain about 5 yards. And it will be good for a Cougar first down as they will move the chains. Once again, as you take a peep into the Southwest crowd, they are not used to this. And the Tarboro fans even a little bit subdued at this point. Mayo in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Davis again. He is not going to gain any on that. Maybe a short gain, actually. 2nd and 9. They give him a yard for the extra effort. Looks like the Cougars have dropped back into a pretty conservative offense here. They appear to be just content to burn out this clock and get the heck into the locker room and try to regroup. Mayo in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off once again to Davis for the 3rd consecutive play. Bring up about 3rd and 8, we'll call it. Clock continues to run. We're down to 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. As I mentioned, the Cougars appear to be content with just burning this clock out. They are in no hurry to move this offense along. Mayo in the shotgun, receives the snap. He fakes, looks, feels a defender on his right. He's going to launch it near the 10-yard line, and it is broken up. Shermardra Clark. There is a flag on the play. It was a holding call on the Cougars, but it will be declined, and that will bring up 4th and 8.
penalty was declined. It is 4th down.
Cougars will elect to go for it on 4th and 8. Mayo in the shotgun. Mayo is flushed out of the pocket, forced to the right. He's across the 40. He launches the ball down the field, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Trayvon Johnson. The ball will be turned over on downs with 1:04 to go. Credit on the play call there. You want to see the Cougars go for it. They need 2 straight plays on that possession where they threw the ball long down the right side of the field. Unfortunate, were not able to complete either of the passes. Once again, the Tarboro cornerbacks have just done a phenomenal job. You've seen Xavier Mayo look to mix things up several times here tonight. But it's just been very good coverage by the Viking cornerbacks. Be interesting to see how aggressive Tarboro is on this possession with a 35-0 lead. Willoughby is going for more. He throws the ball and it is thrown into 3. That was actually Leighton Dupree, the kicker for Tarboro. I guess if you're up 35-0, you can send your kicker out as a wide receiver, perhaps. Why not? But Dupree was unable to bring it down as he had 3 Cougar defenders near him at the 35-yard line. Lewis sets up. Ball will be handed off to Trayvon White. White bounces off several tacklers, finds a hole, and he is down near the goal line, and he is in. A 53-yard run, and he is in for a Viking touchdown. Trayvon White gets the handoff, looked to the right, bounced off several defenders, and as we have seen numerous times here tonight, gets that second burst of speed, and he was just gone. And scampered 52 yards into the end zone for the Vikings. Leighton Dupree will come out of his wide receiver position and go on to kick another extra point, his 7th attempt, but the snap is botched. And for the first time tonight, the Tarboro Viking extra point attempt is no good. And with 42 seconds remaining in the JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week, your score Tarboro 41, Southwest 0. We'll take a look at some of our sponsors again as we get near halftime here tonight. This game brought to you in part by Edgecombe Community College. Get the edge at Edgecombe Community College, where your success is our goal. Also, New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans apply today. 2 locations to serve you at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson, 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro. Also, Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue in the former Steinmart building, with dozens of locally owned shops. And Don Bullock Chevrolet. Do it the better way at Don Bullock Chevrolet, located at 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. 42 seconds remaining in the game, the first half, excuse me. Southwest may wish it was in the game. Dupree's kickoff is caught by Princeton Locke. Locke fights to the 30-yard line. And And the Cougars will set up shop at their own 29-yard line with 34 seconds remaining in the half.
The ball's going to be spotted at the Cougars 27-yard line. It is first and 10.
Mayo under center. He will hand the ball off to Willoughby, who is his backup quarterback. No gain on the play, bring up second down, and I believe they will most likely just let the clock run out here. And that appears to be what they will do here as we are under 10 seconds. Going over to the ball, but they will not get off a play. And that will bring the first half to an end with your score Tarboro 41 and Southwest Edgecombe 0. We will take a halftime break and be right back with second half action on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV High School Game of the Week.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
And welcome back to WHIG TV's coverage of the high school game of the week. We are in Pine Tops for the function at the junction rivalry between longtime crosstown rivals Tarboro High School and the Cougars of Southwest. The first half was absolutely dominated by Tarboro. In case you'll just join us, it is 41-0 in favor of Tarboro. As we begin half number 2. Dupree on the kickoff. On the return for the Cougars. He is across the 20-yard line where the Cougars will start their opening drive. We will see what adjustments will be made by the Cougars, as they were not able to get anything on the scoreboard in the first half. See if they try to mix things up a little bit. Still have Xavier Mayo, their senior quarterback, in. Mayo on the keeper. He's flushed out. Much doing on that play as he's met once again by a host of Tarboro defenders. No gain on the play. Second and 10 as we begin the second half of play here. Most of the fans are still sticking around. We'll see how many of them remain as the contest moves on. There's a lot of pride in both of these programs. So regardless of the score, I expect the fans to hang in there. Mayo on the handoff. Foreman on the carry. He is near the first down yard marker, and I believe is going to have enough to move the chains here. We'll see, and he is. He gained 9 yards on the play. And a first down, a much-needed first down for the Cougars to open play here in half number 2. A game like this, you'll expect to see Tarboro resting a lot of their starters, perhaps getting some guys into the game that might not play much. Look for that here in the second half. Mayo in the shotgun. He receives a snap. He's flushed out to the right, and he is dropped well beyond the line of scrimmage by number 2, Nizavion Black. Black was able to get through the offensive line of Southwest. Was able to grab Mayo by the shirt and wrestle him down to the ground. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second and 10 with 9:55 remaining in the third quarter. That was the first time Mayo has been sacked here tonight. He has been able to use his feet to get out of some troubled situations. Mayo hands the ball off to number 4, Princeton Locke. And Locke will gain maybe a yard or two. We'll see where it's spotted.
Correction, Princeton Locke is the ball carrier.
As we mentioned,
It is third down.
Mayo has done a good job to avoid being sacked here tonight. That was the first time he was actually brought down. He is a senior quarterback listed at 5'11", 160 pounds. He's also a wide receiver and the punter and the kickoff returner, so obviously a phenomenal athlete, and he has used his athleticism numerous times tonight to avoid some of the potential sacks. Mayo looking to the left side. The ball is overthrown, intended for Princeton Locke. Bring up 4th and 18 now for the Cougars.
Mayo back to punt for the Cougars.
And Southwest will do the wise thing and punt as they are deep in their own territory. Don't want to turn the ball over on downs and basically hand Tarboro a touchdown. Higgs deep to return for the Vikings. Mayo's kick is off. It rolls across the 50. Higgs is dropped near midfield. There are flags on the play. I believe if Tarboro was to score on this possession, they will have a running clock for the remainder of this game. As we mentioned, Carter Varnell just taking over year number 2 here on this program for Southwest. He knew he was inheriting a rebuilding situation. He did some coaching at Rocky Mount High School, played baseball for Rocky Mount High, and won a state championship. He was on the team that Brian Goodwin was on, who is now in the major leagues. So a great history of athletics in the area for Carter Varnell. He's excited to take this program over. As we mentioned, a long history here great history of success here on Southwest. And he has the opportunity as a young coach to work his system in and see what he can do as he moves on. This is year number 2. Higgs on the carry there for Tarboro. And no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's interesting to see some of the coaches that Varnell has on his staff. They're former members of the Rocky Mount athletic teams as well. They have come over here to join him on his staff. And you hope that he can get things together and get this program back to where they are used to being at Southwest. We all know about the phenomenal job Coach Jeff Craddock has done at Tarboro for the last 10 or so years, with numerous state championships. I believe they have 6 or 7. I'll have to check to see how many exactly, but I know it's 6 at least. Most notable alumni that Tarboro has produced is Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was drafted 10th overall by the Rams and played several seasons there before landing with the Atlanta Falcons now. And that's one of the things that you got to love about the Tarboro athletic program. Even with Gurley's success, he always comes back to Tarboro, runs camps, does all kinds of nice things for the athletes, bought them a bunch of new equipment. Very, very involved in the program. White on the carry there for the Vikings. Short gain. I actually had the opportunity to visit with Todd Gurley last summer before COVID. He came and participated in a camp, which he runs each year at Tarboro High School, and allows a lot of the local youth to come and participate in that. And that is one thing you definitely respect about athletes such as Todd Gurley. Always willing to give back to their community. And it's quite a treat for these young kids to get to rub shoulders with an NFL star. The Tarboro area also has produced Montrez Harrell from North Edgecombe, and he is now in the NBA. He was playing with LeBron James and the LA Lakers last year and is now with the Washington Wizards. Tobias Joyner on the carry. He is just across midfield, or right at midfield, and it will be good for a Viking first down. So a lot of prominent athletes in the area here with Gurley and Harrell and Brian Goodwin. A lot of athletes have made it to the professional ranks from this area. And each of them always comes back and gives of their time and their energy and their money to their local programs. Lewis under center. And he is going to keep. Gains about 4 yards on the play. He's near the 45-yard line. Expect to see some substitutions here, probably sooner rather than later for Tarboro. As we mentioned, this gives players that don't normally get to play much an opportunity to get into the game. And also, you don't want to run the risk of injuring a main player in a 41-0 game. So the last thing you want is one of your main players to go down to an injury in this situation. Lewis hands the ball off again, and Tobias Joyner on the area. He's going to gain just a few yards on the play. Knight in on the tackle for the Cougars. Be 3rd and 1 now for Tarboro Give credit to the Southwest cheerleaders here on the sideline as they are continuing to try to keep a little energy in the team. And the sideline here, Lewis under center. Going to hand the ball off. Not sure he got to the first down marker. And he did with the extra effort, as a matter of fact. He was stopped a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, but the extra effort there by White, Trayvon White, 5'8", 180-pound junior. He's a running back and a middle linebacker for the Vikings, and that extra effort gets the ball to the 39-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. As I mentioned, very weird energy here in the stadium. I would equate this rivalry to like Duke and Carolina, Michigan and Ohio State, Florida, Florida State. So it's a big-time rivalry. But I think when the game is so lopsided, it is hard to keep your momentum even if you're on the winning end. It's hard to stay enthused. We have an injury on the field, and we'll take a timeout along with them as they check on the injured player. You are watching the WHIG TV High School Game of the Week, brought to you by JR's Maintenance. We'll be right back after this.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
Welcome back to the WHIG TV High School Game of the Week, brought to you by JR's Maintenance, commercial and industrial metal fabrication services at JR's Maintenance. At JR's Maintenance, always athletes. That was a very interesting play there. Lewis hands the ball off. It was fumbled up in the air. Recovered by the Vikings, number 24, Tobias Joyner. He tried to elude several of the Southwest defenders and was driven back nearly 20 yards. And the Tarboro Vikings find themselves in extremely rarefied air here, facing 3rd and 26. With 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is 41-0 in favor of the Vikings. Give credit to the Cougars and their coaches and their sideline. They are remaining invested in this game. Coach Varnell obviously using this opportunity to continue to teach his players, as there is a timeout on the field. 3:22 remaining in the third quarter with 41-0 Tarboro being your score. As we mentioned, with this particular rivalry, there's usually a lot more energy, and when the score is as lopsided as this, it's even hard for the home fans, I apologize, the Viking fans of Tarboro, who are up 41-0, to even stay cheering in this particular setting. If you're a fan of either school, you want to be on the side of a 41-0 lead. If you're a casual fan just enjoying some good football, not the type of game you want to see. Much rather it be a one-touchdown game and intense. We'll see what Lewis draws up here on 3rd and a mile here. He is in the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking deep to the left side. Nowhere near his intended receiver. The ball was intended for Jerome Bridgers. Almost picked off by, ironically, number 1, Xavier Mayo. As we mentioned, Mayo, the starting quarterback, the punter, and the cornerback on that position. He does it all. Leighton Dupree will punt, and number 3, Damon Winstead, is deep to receive the punt for the Cougars. I believe that is the first Tarboro punt of the night. First they have had to punt it away, and that ball will roll across the 25-yard line out of bounds. And the Cougars will set up 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cougars will take over 1st and 10.
As we mentioned, most of the fans are still in attendance. One of the things about this particular stadium, you have fans lined up all down the side fence here. Southwest has switched quarterbacks. They're now going with number 12, Jalen Willoughby. He keeps the ball. Gains about.
Team on the play will bring up 2nd down.
It's about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. As Xavier Mayo will receive a break on the sideline, and Willoughby will have the opportunity as a backup quarterback. He's a sophomore, listed at 6'1". So he is obviously the heir apparent to Xavier Mayo as Mayo completes his senior year. So good opportunity to give Willoughby some snaps here in a 41-0 game. Willoughby with another keeper. He's going to gain about 6 yards and get a 1st down for the Cougars.
First down, Cougars.
Very important snaps for Willoughby. As I mentioned, he is a sophomore, as Mayo is set to graduate after this season. Down to 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. There's been no scoring here in the 3rd quarter. Willoughby takes the snap and keeps it once again. He's going to be near another 1st down. We'll see exactly where they mark forward progress here. Willoughby obviously showed ability to run. They are going to give him 10 yards before they met him at midfield, and it will be good for another Cougar 1st down. Willoughby in the shotgun. And there will be a flag on the play as he was looking for Travion Johnson on the right side on a slant pass, but the play was blown dead before he was able to complete the pass. We'll see what the call is as we await word from head official. It will be a false start on the Cougars. We'll back them up 5 yards. That'll be good for 1st and 15 for the Cougars at their own 42-yard line. 41-0 your score, Tarboro. The annual function at the Junction. Willoughby on the keeper again. He is across the 45-yard line to the 46. Gains about 6 on the play. We're going to call it second and gain about 4 on the play, correction. There's going to be about 2nd and 11 now. As we wind down play here in the 3rd quarter, we'll see if Cougars are able to get off one more play. He's looking deep. He's flushed to the left. Throws the ball across midfield. It is complete. And the extra effort is down near the 25-yard line, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score, Tarboro 41, Southwest Edgecombe 0. We will take a break here on the JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week here on WHIG TV.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
And as we begin our final quarter of play, 41-0 in favor of Tarboro. As we mentioned, this will be both teams' final non-conference game before they jump into conference play next week. Southwest joining a brand new conference. Tarboro remaining in their 1A conference. Mayo hands the ball off to number 12, Willoughby. Willoughby with a positive gain on the play. He's going to gain for a first down for the Cougars. First and goal at the 7-yard line, I believe. Cougar fans are looking for something to cheer about here late in the game. Hoping their team can crack the scoreboard here on this possession. Mayo under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Princeton Locke, and Locke is through the middle, and that is good for a Cougar touchdown. And with 10:47 remaining to go in the game, Southwest on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, and it is now 41-6 with the extra point to come.
Number 41, Eric Laura, is 14 points for the Cougars.
Is no good. And with 10:47 remaining in the game, your score 41-6 in favor of Tarboro. This will give us an opportunity to look at some more of our sponsors here on the WHIG TV High School Game of the Week. Brought to you in part by Edgecombe Community College. Get the edge at Edgecombe Community College. Your success is our goal. Game also brought to you by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. 2 locations to serve you at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro. Also Small Shops Mall, located at 2916 Sunset Avenue in the former Steinmart building. Dozens of locally owned shops inside. And Trade It is now open inside Small Shops. And don't forget to pick up your next vehicle at Don Bullock Chevrolet, located at 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Do it the better way at Don Bullock Chevrolet. And for the first time tonight, the Cougars will set up to kick off after a touchdown with 10:47 remaining in the contest. Kickoff return by Jamarion Dozier. He is across the 25-yard line, where the Vikings will set up their next drive. Tarboro sticking with starting quarterback Marion Lewis. Lewis under center with 3 backs. And he fumbles the snap. And Southwest is indicating they've got the football. Waiting for official word here. And it is recovered by the Cougars. So on the heels of their first touchdown of the game, on the very next play from scrimmage, the Cougars recover, and they will take over with an opportunity to score on back-to-back possessions. And at this point, if you're the Cougars, you're looking for anything positive. And perhaps they can continue their momentum here and punch in another score. You hate to use the word moral victories, but another score here would at least give them something here. Mayo hands the ball off once again to Jalen Willoughby. He gains just a couple of yards on the play. Going to give him 1 yard for 2nd and 9 now. Mayo hands the ball off to Princeton Locke. He maybe gains a yard on the play. I'll call it 3rd and 8 here. Locke is the only Cougar to find the end zone tonight. So he was able to score the touchdown on the last possession.
Congratulations, Pam.
39 for the Cougars. Mayo sets up his offense. He's got Willoughby to his back. One receiver out to the right. There will be a timeout as the Cougars are looking to make something happen here, and we're going to take that timeout with them with 9:10 remaining in the game. And your score, Tarboro 41, Southwest 6 on the JR's Maintenance WHIG TV High School Game of the Week. Be right back.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue, in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.
And we are back here with a 3rd and 8 facing the Cougars. Mayo loses the snap, and he runs back to the 40-yard line where he falls on the football. Will be a loss of about 8 yards on the play. 4th and long now for the Cougars. As the Cougar cheerleaders continue to do their part to try to keep the fans in the game. Mayo's offense will line up 4th and 25 here with the clock running. Just over 8 minutes remaining in the game. Mayo drops back, and he is going to elude 2 tacklers, stays on his feet, still on his feet, eludes more defenders, and he is going to take the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line. One of the absolutely most incredible elusive plays I've seen in a long time. He was almost brought down 5 times on that one play and eluded numerous tacklers. But there is a flag on the play. Amazing show of athleticism by Mayo. As we mentioned, he's the quarterback, he's the punter, He's a defender. He pretty much does it all for this team because of that athleticism, and you saw that on that play. He should have been tackled at least 3 times and was able to avoid numerous Tarboro defenders. He was dancing around back at the 50-yard line and eventually made his way down to the 25. But we're still waiting on the official word on this flag, and it will be against the Vikings. Personal foul. That will be an automatic first down for the Cougars. It's almost poetic justice there. You feel like Mayo deserved a first down after that elusive play.
Spotted inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal Cougars.
Ball will be placed just inside the 10-yard line, and the Cougars will have it first and goal with just over 8 minutes remaining in the game. Willoughby in at quarterback now for the Cougars. He receives a snap. He's still on his feet, and he is going to be in the end zone. And for the second straight possession, the Cougars are into the end zone. And with 7:59 remaining in this game, the Cougars are showing life. And it is now 41-12 for Tarboro. We mentioned coming into the second half, it would be interesting to see how the Cougars would respond, and kudos to Coach Varnell and his staff for keeping these boys focused and in the game. The extra point is good. With 7:59 remaining in the game, Tarboro 41, Southwest 13. That's a credit to the staff here. As you can see, Coach Varnell still hustling up and down the sideline saying, hey guys, there's still a lot of football left to play. The catching the Vikings may still be unrealistic and out of reach here, but hey, we still got 8 minutes of football we can play and get better as a team. Credit these Cougar coaches and players for staying in this game and putting up touchdowns on 2 consecutive possessions. Ball will be kicked off. It is received by number 1, Jerome Bridgers. It will be near the 35-yard line where the Vikings will take over first and 10. Ball will be placed exactly at the 35-yard line. Morion Lewis still in at quarterback for the Vikings. He's going to hand the ball off to number 20, Jamari Wade, a sophomore running back. Looking at Tarboro's roster, they have 2 other quarterbacks listed on the roster. A little bit surprised at this point to not see either of them perhaps take a few snaps with a commanding lead. Well, Lewis still in for the Vikings. He's under center with 3 backs. He will hand off to number 15, Jamarion Dozier. Dozier, there's a fumble on the play. Ball is recovered by Southwest number 2, Carlo Foreman. And he's going to take it all the way back. There are flags on the play. All of a sudden, we've got a massive amount of energy here on the Cougar sideline. We will take a look. Did these flags come into play after the fumble recovery? I didn't notice. I was too busy watching Foreman. We'll see what happens here and what the actual call is, but the Cougars with a lot of life here late in the 4th quarter. We'll take this time out to mention our sponsor. Our main sponsor is JR's Maintenance, commercial and industrial metal fabrication services. JR's Maintenance is proud to support our local student athletes. This game also brought to you in part by Edgecombe Community College. Get the edge at Edgecombe Community College. Your success is our goal. Also, New Southern Loans. 2 locations to serve you at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro. The penalty was assessed to the Cougars. Bring the ball back near midfield. There's a fumble on the play, but flags all over the field, so we'll. Amari Battle recovers the fumble for the Vikings. So there are flags on the play here as well. Game also brought to you in part by Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue. In the former Steinmart building, dozens of locally owned shops. Trade It is now open inside Small Shops as well. Don Bullock Chevrolet, do it the better way at Don Bullock Chevrolet, located at 1920 North Wesleyan Boulevard. Penalty will be assessed to the Vikings after the fumble. First and 10 for the Vikings. Marion Lewis hands the ball off. Trayvon White on the carry for Tarboro. White is a junior running back. At this point, Tarboro just wants to burn clock, not get anyone hurt, and and get on the bus and take the short ride back to Tarboro. Lewis hands the ball off to number 7, Jason Higgs. Higgs is into the end zone, but there are flags on the play. Holding on the Vikings. We'll back the play up 10 yards. There's just over 6 minutes remaining in the game. Your score, Tarboro 41, Southwest 13. Second and 14 after the penalty for the Vikings. Lewis fumbles the snap, recovers it, and hands it off to Tobias Joyner. Not much doing on that play for Joyner. Isaiah Knight on the tackle for the Cougars. Lewis, the quarterback for Tarboro, is only a sophomore. Coach Craddock got to be very pleased to have him for 2 more seasons after this year. He's a 6'3" sophomore. So he will be at the heart of this Tarboro program for 2 more seasons after this one. Bring up a 4th and 12 for the Vikings, as they will now be set to punt for just the second time here tonight. We will see if Southwest can continue their momentum. They've scored a touchdown on their last 2 consecutive possessions. A high punt by Dupree will go out of bounds near the 10-yard line. We have 4:36 remaining in the game with your score, Tarboro 41, Southwest 13. We'll see if they can continue their momentum. Once again, give credit to this Cougar coaching staff and players for remaining in this game during the second half. 4:36 remaining in the game, as the Cougars will take over on their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10. Mayo hands the ball off. Not much doing. Jalen Willoughby on the carry. Not much doing on that play. He's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars. As I mentioned, most of the fans have remained here. A few have headed for the exits to beat the traffic. Most of the fans are still here, trying to enjoy every moment of this classic rivalry, and a little credit to the Cougars for the surge here in the 4th quarter as Carlo Foreman takes the handoff. He's going to gain a few tough yards. Gonna give him about a 4-yard gain on the play. We'll call it 3rd and 6 with just over 3 minutes remaining in the game.
4-yard gain on the play will bring up 3rd down.
Student section decked out in their neon colors here tonight. Neon, so that they can stand out. 3rd and 6 with now just under 3 minutes to play. Mayo in the under center. Now he's going to hand the ball off once again. Handoff goes to Jalen Willoughby. Willoughby maybe gains 2 on the play. Call it 4th down and 3. And we will see if the Cougars will go for it here. Deep in their own territory. They will punt the ball away, number 1, Xavier Mayo. Jason Higgs and Tobias Joyner deep to receive the punt. And it will be received at the 45-yard line. And we are down to 1:58 remaining in the game with Tarboro up 41-13. It is interesting to note here in the second half, Tarboro has been held scoreless for the entire second half. So credit to the Cougars for not folding the tent here and playing some solid defense here in the second half to keep the powerful Viking offense completely off the board. And we will now see a new quarterback for Tarboro. Junior Nathan Sherrod will be in for the remainder of the game. Sherrod will get a few snaps here as we close out the game here tonight. Just over a minute remaining. Sherrod under center. Ball will be handed off to Traheem Daniels, senior running back. They will be dropped for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and long now for Tarboro as we are just at the 1 minute mark. Sherrod takes the snap. He is going to hand the ball off once again. And that will probably be the last play of the game. Jamarion Dozier on the carry for Tarboro. And both teams will just agree to let the remainder of the clock run out. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your final score for tonight's game. Tarboro 41, Southwest Edgecombe 13. As your final score for tonight's game, once again, Tarboro 41, Southwest 13. Thank you for tuning in to WHIG TV's coverage of the JR's Maintenance High School Game of the Week. JR's Maintenance, commercial and industrial metal fabrication services. Proud as always to support student athletes. And we will be signing off here from Pine Tops with once again your final score, Tarboro 41, Southwest 13.
JR's Maintenance High School Football Game of the Week, presented by JR's Maintenance.
As we emerge from the pandemic, Edgecombe Community College pledges to support students with free tuition and fees. That's right, free tuition and fees. Known as the Edgecombe Pledge, the program is for all qualifying students. At Edgecombe, students get everything they need to succeed. And now students can get even more with free tuition and fees. Learn more at edgecombe.edu/pledge. Get more than an education. Get the edge. Edgecombe Community College.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by New Southern Loans, personal and auto loans. Apply today at 2405 West Nash Street in Wilson and 2226 North Main Street in Tarboro.
Small Shops Marketplace is now Small Shops Mall. We're still the same inside with dozens of locally owned shops, all under one roof. Local shop local at Small Shops Mall, 2916 Sunset Avenue in the former Steinmart building.
Ever wonder why people are buying more SUVs these days? SUVs are comfortable, can carry more, fuel efficient, safer, better off-road, pet and kid-friendly with a refined style, and there's one for any size family. Don Bullock Chevrolet offers more variety in SUVs than any other dealer. Choose from 7 different SUV models for 2021. Don Bullock Chevrolet, doing business the better way.